Hi everyone, it's Steffi and welcome to my channel. Today we will be doing our BoxyCharm Pretty Edgy makeup trial. So as you guys know, I did already review the lip, so we are not going to do that. But in this review, we will have the Farmacy Very Cherry Clean, Project Beauty Hairgurt. I didn't review the eye cream because it's just an eye cream. There wasn't really anything special to tell you about it other than it's an eye cream and I don't use one. So this is good for me. And then last but not least, we have the Hank and Henry Living in Color palette. So stay tuned to see me try out all these products. Hello, it is time to use the Farmacy Very Cherry Clean Makeup Removing Balm. As you can see right here, I've got a little bit of discoloration that's just from my glasses. When I did show this on camera, I kind of had it down here. I didn't realize that you guys didn't get to see the full packaging, so here it is. And now I'll show you what the inside looks like and what I was talking about, because this is what I was trying to show you guys. Is the top has this like little applicator on it, and it comes off. So it looks like this. So that's just kind of like a tray for that little thing to go in. And I've already got some product on the lid. I'm not going to use that little applicator, but this is what the product is like. It's like an oil base. So we're going to just dip in to the cream, which is kind of hard to dip into. I'm going to take about this much on my hands, and we're just going to rub this in everywhere and see what happens. Oh, it's like turning into like a liquid. Now you can really smell the cherry. All right, so we're going to do this. Now I do have a wet washcloth right here. I want to do my whole face first, and then we'll do the eyes and see how this works. I've never used a cleansing balm before, so we'll see if it's the balm. I guess. If it takes everything off right away or not. I mean, it seems to be working pretty well. That cherry smell is very strong now that I'm using it. And it's not really taking off my concealer, which I don't know if it's because the concealer is like also an oil base, if that's it. But it said it takes off even the most stubborn makeup, so maybe I need to use some more, or I don't know. It did kind of come off. Well, I'm going to do my eyes now. This is going to be something. So I'm going to do my eyes. Hopefully this will be good and it won't give me any irritation or anything. Hopefully it takes all the mascara off. I'm hoping. We can only hope, right? I'm trying to get it out of my lashes. I should have grabbed a mirror. Oh, some of it is in my lashes. It's making my eyes all blurry. But it's not like stinging my eye or anything, which is good to know that it's not like gonna hurt my eyes. Let's see. What are you doing down there, Bella? My cat's playing with my headphone cord down here. There, and I think she's all off. So I used about a quarter sized amount 2 times. One time on my whole face and then another time on my eyes. What I can say is it does melt into like a oily consistency once you have it warmed up in your hands. So it's kind of like a wax. I would compare it to like coconut oil. If you've ever taken coconut oil in your hand and then you've just kind of rubbed it in your hands, that's kind of what it's like. But it took all of my makeup off, like all of it, and my skin feels very soft. It doesn't feel dry. As you guys know, I am oily, so that's what that is. But I would definitely say, like you can see, I didn't really use much of this at all. So, and this is a pretty big container, so I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here with this. I really liked it. It is expensive, so I don't know if I would buy it myself. I guess it would depend on how long this would last. If this would last like a month, I might buy it on my own. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 3. But stay tuned for the rest of the makeup trials, and hopefully the rest of them are as good as this one, because I really did enjoy this. This smelled so good, and it was so relaxing to just take all my eye makeup off. I don't have any mascara on my lashes, and that feels amazing. I'm not going to wake up looking like a raccoon. So definitely would recommend trying this out if you haven't tried it. Don't know yet if I'm going to buy it again, but I do really like it. So it's a win for me. Okay, so it is that time to try out the Hank and Henry Living in Color palette. I did actually play with this a little bit yesterday, so some of the colors, you know, have been swatched in the pan a little bit. Also, I did use the Hairgurt. I don't really notice anything different, but the value of that product is only $10 for that huge bottle. It did condition my hair, but just what I usually use with regular conditioner, I don't feel like there was any difference. So if you're looking for a good conditioner, I would recommend it. For that reason, I'm going to give that product probably a 3. I think it's cheap, it's affordable, but it's not really a deep conditioning hair product like it said it was. So it didn't do what it said it was going to do. So now we're going to do the eyes first, because we've learned our lesson many times with this. Always do the eyes first when you're doing a makeup trial. So I have my e.l.f. eyelid primer. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Okay, so this is our color story for today. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to do a cut crease or anything today because I've been doing that a lot, and I feel like it would be better if we did something different. Also, because in this palette, there isn't really any transition shades, I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Duo eyeshadow, and this one is the blue one. I'm going to use this top color up here for our transition shade. So let's grab our mirror. Now, I did try these powders. They do have a lot of fallout, these e.l.f. ones. So I already know what to expect with this, but I just want to use this for a nice little wash of color. Just so we have something on the lid. So that's what we're going to do. And I might have to build that up a little bit, but we're going to try it and see. So as you can see, it is showing up. And it does kind of match that shimmer color. But I want to see if we can build it up a little bit more, and then we're just going to like swirl with our brush, swirl out the edges.
This will be for you, Mama.
Oh, thank you. All right. Just for a little wash of color. Okay, so now we have our little wash of color. We are going to go in with this blue right here, just on the lid, and we're going to see what we end up with. Trying to dry my brush. I did use a baby wipe to get some of the color payoff off from we have before. I'm not sure if you can see, but it is a little bit powdery, so I'm expecting some fallout. But we're just going to pack this on our lid. I mean, it's pigmented for sure. can definitely see that blues are the ones that are the most difficult to blend out. So I'm really want to see how this palette does, because Hank and Henry, they have a couple palettes, and you know, I would expect something good from them. That's what I'm pretty much getting at here. So yeah, that's pretty dark. I'm just going to go back in with this little fluffy brush, and I'm going to buff away the edges on the top there. I'm not really worried about this down here, because when I put the concealer on, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with the concealer. So that's what we have so far. So I would say those colors are definitely blendable. I'm just going to go in right now and kind of clean this up a little bit, just because it's bothering me to look at it on camera. Because there is some fallout, which I did expect. So like I said, that's why we do this before we do our base. So now we're going to go in with this shimmer, this top shimmer right here. And these don't have names, do they? Oh, they do. They have names on the back. So the navy color we're using is called Boys with a T, Toy. And then the top color, which is the shimmer we're going to use, is called Petticock. So they do have names. They're just, I'm used to the names written on the palettes, and they're not written on there. So now we will go in with Petticock and see what we get. This brush is already a little bit wet, so I'm not really worried about that. But I'm hoping that this will kind of soften that darker color and just make it blend more into the transition shade. Because the way this palette looks like it's designed is you're supposed to use the matte and the shimmers together. I mean, obviously you can use them alone, but that's just what it looks like to me. I think that looks very pretty. And there we have it, aside from the highlighter. Very pretty. There is a shimmer to this. You can see it off the camera more than you can see it on camera. I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and then we will pick out a lip, and I will swatch lips on my other hand for our lip to match the rest of our look. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have the eye look on and the rest of my face on. I think this eye look is very pretty. As you can see, it is very shimmery. I think the colors paired very well together, even though that blue looks really dark and intimidating once you put the shimmer over the top of it. It does look really nice. My eyeliner is a little bit thicker than I wanted today, but it is on. So I have went through all of my lippies, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a neutral lip, and we'll see if we need a gloss. So I'm just going to put that on camera, just because it only takes a second, and especially with this neutral. Again, no lip liner. I usually don't use lip liners, so if you guys are new to watching, be prepared to cringe, because I just don't use them. I don't feel like I need them. I know people use them to shade in their whole lip and everything. I don't like that. I don't feel like it gives the lipstick a fair chance. Alright, so that is actually, and let me do this off camera, because I know some of you that grosses you out. I don't really think we need a gloss with this. I think it looks pretty just as it is. So now we'll go ahead and we will review the Living in Color palette. I really enjoy this palette. For $27, and for the, what is it, 9 shades you get in here, it's not bad. This mirror is a pretty decent mirror. So, and it's also like in the packaging, it's like thickly sealed in there, so it's not like it's going anywhere. This palette does have a little bit of cushion if you're traveling, and this has like a, almost like a magnetic like thing to it, so it's not gonna pop open on you. I just want you guys to know that. So with this palette, this would be very good for traveling. The colors in here, like I said, I think every palette should have a neutral, and with the neutrals you can even glam it up a little bit and do a soft glam with the shimmers. So I'm glad to see that. I wish there was a matte pink shade in here. I feel like that would have really helped the palette out, but I do understand. Maybe putting the brown with the pink is something I'll try in the future. I'm not really sure. But overall, I do really enjoy this palette. I wanted the Hello Charmers palette. Maybe I'll see it sometime in the future. But I do enjoy this palette. I'm going to give this a 4. Just because I feel like with the way this palette is made, it could be a little bit cheaper, like maybe $15 to $20. But I do really enjoy it. I'm glad I got it in my box. The shimmers are so pretty. I just can't get over the eyes. So that's going to be the end of the makeup trial. I hope you enjoyed watching everything. If you did, please leave it a like. If you're new, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next unboxing. Bye.